Hello and good morning. This is video log entry number 33, and currently it is 9 a.m. CST. As you can see, my background has changed because I am currently recording on my laptop. I had some issues with it, a couple of issues actually. Well, my first issue was the fact that I had microphone output as I meant to do or audio input as opposed to audio output. I don't know, my brain's just stupid sometimes, and I tend to go over. Anyways, I was going too fast and I was like, oh shit, well that was dumb. Anyways, whatever. So that happened, and then I started recording, and everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, like, I had to do two recordings before this, so this is my third time recording. The first time I recorded, it chunked it into a bunch of random TS files, and then an M3.U8 or M3U8 file format. And I had to go on the internet and before then I did it again, and I think, what did I modify? I changed the encoder to see what would happen if I decided to do that to the stream encoder. I don't know, it had like X264 as the encoder. And so the second time I did the same exact thing, and then I was like, I'm gonna fiddle with the settings even more. And this time I did my video output advanced settings to my encoder being the standard stream OBS encoder that it uses. And then I did my format as MKV as opposed to M3U8. And then on the internet, they said that there's this parameter called HLS list size. And for some reason, I realized that the HLS list size was always 12, so it was chunking it to 38-bit sections. So I think that was the issue. I just didn't know what parameter to modify before then, but now I do, which is a HLS list size, which is, I don't know why it was 12 or something like that. It was a big number. But whatever. I'm sure if I change I could have the encoder to whatever and the format to whatever I want. It was just HLS list size, which was the issue for that problem. And now it's fixed. So I'm hoping that this will work out. And if it does, it'll be posted on YouTube, obviously. So great. OBS is working on my laptop, which is awesome because, as I've said before, I'm not really playing video games. I don't really care about video editing much, and that guy right over there may be gone soon. You'll see. I'm hoping to get rid of him. Again, like I said before, I'm hoping to get rid of my stupid futon. But other than that, I guess I can talk about my day yesterday. I went to the career center to help me out with finding a place and just pushing me in the right direction. The lady was somewhat useful. The main use I got out of her was that, she was criticizing my resume because I was using the Indeed format for resumes, which is actually pretty shitty, but I also didn't care. I really just didn't care, and, I should probably care more because it does show that I have more initiative, and at least companies will see that I actually, I put some effort into something. It's like, this guy's not completely lazy, at least he has some kind of work ethic. So she was right about that, and I was a little bit stubborn. I was like, okay, fine, I'll fix my resume. Because I was thinking about doing that like a few months ago, and I started, and then I just quit doing it because I don't know. I'm just fucking lazy, I guess. She talked to me about that, and of course there were a lot of things I could fix. My skills section was too long. Obviously, I just had a bunch of stuff plopped into it, whatever I could think of. And my summary was pretty long as well. General formatting was wrong too. Like the dates were on the left side, supposed to be on the right, and the date range and I think also the location of those companies was supposed to be on the right side as well. So yeah, general stuff like that, just simple fixes. And I found a nice template on Reddit, so I don't even have to do that myself. I'll just use that because this is like the what's the word? The quintessential or de facto format on Reddit. I'm gonna trust them. I'm just gonna trust them. It looks nice. It looks clean. So I'll just work off of that because it works. So I guess she also she gave me she's helping me out with finding places to work, and she's trying to push me in the right direction because I do have certain strengths. Like, I'm lazy, but I'm a good problem solver at the very least. And I'm also working on not being as lazy and being more disciplined. and instilling more routine. I think that's the biggest thing is, initiating some kind of routine. It takes a while to form habits. At least I hear that it takes about 30 days to form habits. And I'm starting to realize that because I am actually instilling a lot of habits I never had before, like hygiene. I mean, I used to have hygiene habits, and then I just went through this really bad depression, and I lost some of those habits, and I just didn't care really. And I'm cleaning my dishes and standard stuff. I don't even think about anymore. I just do them. Groceries as well. I just do them. Human stuff. Paying for the bills. I had to work on taxes. I've done taxes a couple of times already. I know how to do that. So it's fun. Adulting is fun. Not really. I'm joking. Well, it kind of is. It's actually not that bad. It's just you have to go through 30 days of insanity habits and whatnot. So, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm working off that algorithm, and it's working just fine. And I'm thinking about how else I can initiate other algorithms. One of them is socializing. So I'm gonna do that, and so I'm gonna probably, again, I'm gonna be doing that today. I'm gonna be planning how I'm going to. I don't really need a plan. I may just go to a random bar tomorrow. And anyways, so I am just going on another tangent here, but back to what I was talking about before. She was helpful. She was really helpful. Somewhat okay. She did what she could because I have my own preferences and whatnot as usual, and so she's just giving me a bunch of recommendations and suggestions, and she'll be sending me websites through email. It helps. It really does. Because she's been here for probably like 10 years or something, so she knows a lot more about the place than I do. So I'm hoping that she'll help me out with that kind of stuff. So other than that, I went back home. I started heading back home, and I went to that gym I was talking about, Planet Fitness Gym, and it looked nice. And I had to fill out the waiver to look around and whatnot. It was nice and cool and standard, but that was around 3 o'clock, so I wasn't there during rush hour. I'm sure it's a lot worse in rush hour, obviously. I don't know. I want to see it at 6 or 7 o'clock because I think 7 would be a good time. I may even push 8. To be honest with you, I'll hit the gym for I may not even do an hour. Hit the gym for 30-45 minutes. Then I'll be back home at around 9-ish. Then I'm just knocking myself out. I'm not doing anything after that. Although it depends on my work schedule. If I have to go over there during rush hour, then so be it. Well, we'll see. I can't really say anything yet because I don't have a job. I can't really. Anyways, whatever. I'm still gonna try out the gym routine and talking to people. Everybody's nice, But they were hiring over at the gym, and I don't know. I just can't see myself working in a place like that because I've worked in this same kind of close enough environment where it was at a pool concessions place where you just kind of sit around and do nothing, and that was boring. I couldn't fucking stand it. So I wanted to work at I transitioned from there to the actual park, and that was a lot more fun. I actually had more things to do. I like open spaces. I like walking. I like being outside. I don't like being in closed environments. I just don't like it much. So I'm hoping I can find another job like that. That would be nice. But we'll see. The park district hasn't contacted me yet, but I know I'm fairly qualified. Once I get into their system, it'll help me out quite a bit because then maybe I can transition to a better park eventually. We'll see. I don't know. The park system is okay. They're standard city parks. They're nothing interesting. It's not as nice as the park that I used to work at. But it's something, and it's a good trade-off because I'm around a lot of people and I'm trying to work on this whole, kind of filling in the blanks that I had when I was younger. So, we'll see. We'll see how long that lasts. Other than that, I guess, I went back home and I relaxed, and I also went to the library, and I got myself a random book because, it's... I realized that there were a lot of warm days, so I can go up to the rooftop and maybe read a book at night and enjoy the scenery. And well, I went up there yesterday and I realized that there was no furnishing. Obviously, because it's winter season, so maybe they just took it out and they'll bring it back out during the summer and spring. But we'll see. I'm thinking about getting a foldable chair, so maybe I'll just bring that up there during nice warm days, and I'll read a book. And well, the reason why I want to be up at the rooftop is because of that pretty girl that I was talking about. Hoping, God, I'm being weird. I don't know. I'm hoping I can bump into them again, just out of coincidence, right? Although I am setting myself up for situations in which I may run into them, but I'm hoping. Like, I've also been thinking about times in which I should bring my trash down. I was like, 10 o'clock's a good time because that was the time in which I ran into her. So, whatever. This is like borderline creepy, but at the same time, I'm not stalking them or anything. I'm not gonna follow them and try to find their unit. I'm just hoping that the stars align and I happen to run into them again by doing the same patterns that can increase the likelihood in which I'll run into them again. So we'll see. I'm a weirdo. I know I'm a weirdo, but I've never ran into somebody like that before. That was the first time I've ever ran into somebody like that. Ever. Like, I don't know what it was, really. And I guess I can say that maybe it was because of the fact that I'm happening to be more full, quote unquote full. So I'm running into these more ethereal experiences and whatnot. But, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I can say a lot about it, but whatever. I'm not being crazy about it. So, yeah, so I have my book there and all that, so that's cool. And, yeah, so today I'm going to be working on my resume, and I'm going to go to the grocery store, and then, that's pretty much everything that I have planned today. And I also have a meeting with that career lady again next week, and she's going to criticize my resume again. I'm going to give it to her, and we'll see what she says. Apparently she's a professional. I don't know. I never cared about this kind of stuff, but I'm working on it. Let's see here. Yeah, this is awesome. I also like this laptop's working just fine for what I need. So the only issue is my trackpad. This trackpad actually doesn't work. So there's something wrong with the driver because the Ubuntu is recognizing the driver, but it could be a hardware problem. There could just be some kind of disconnection, or I don't know. I really don't. I'm not a professional. I mean, that's another reason why I decided to get a ThinkPad is because you can tear it apart and there's a lot of nice modularity, and I can maybe replace some of the components later. I may have to replace the trackpad component to see if it works. We'll see. Another issue with this laptop is that the battery's not that great. I forgot what the capacity is, but I think it's pretty low. It can last for around, it's like 76 kilowatt hours or something. I don't know what the capacity is. I really don't. I forgot. Anyways, I think that's it. At least I'm keeping myself distracted, and I have this laptop to distract me too. So, it's better than playing games. I don't know. Games are they're kind of boring in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the high constraints. I'm more of a divergent thinker. So when I'm pushed into this system that's very simplistic, I don't find it fun. I know there are a lot of open-ended games like MMOs and whatnot. I was thinking about getting into strategy games more, RTS and whatnot. See how I like those, because I never did much of that. I just liked, at least my mind tended to like open world and puzzle games. So I liked stuff like The Witness, which was cool. The Myst series was cool. I could do more. Those are like games that I can probably play on my laptop. So they're pretty simple games. Like, there's not a lot of button clicking or APM. The APM's really low. And, StarCraft and all that stuff, I don't know. Those are too fast-paced for me, and there are a lot of people who are just way too damn good at that game already. Like, it's been around for too long for me to, I don't know. I mean, if I really like it, then yeah, I'll play it just for fun and keep my brain running, right? I don't want my brain to atrophy, right? Anyways, yeah, so we'll see. This laptop can run pretty decent games. You know, it's I forgot what the oh yeah, it's a AMD Radeon graphics GPU, and then I'm using a Ryzen 7 as my CPU. It should work fine. It's enough for me. And you know, the battery sucks. I may replace a battery, but I currently have it just like I have a cord, and I'll just keep it plugged in for the most part. Um, like if I were playing games, like I was doing like standard, like just normal stuff on this laptop, and it lasted for about 3 hours. So if I were playing games, about an hour probably. If I to be quite frank with you. Anyways, yeah. So I think that's it. I'm just going on tangents, and yeah, I already told you what I'm gonna do today, and you know, not much, but hey, something. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.